Hello again. This is Yvette with Yvette's Turn. I didn't end up going to lunch with my daughter. Oh, because she had texted me saying, let's make it tomorrow or let's make it a little bit later. So I was thinking she was going to come a little bit later. I didn't see the tomorrow part. But I ended up calling her because I was sitting there waiting on her to come pick me up. She said, I thought you saw my message about tomorrow. So anyway, we didn't go to lunch today, but she's talking about going tomorrow, but I'll have to see if I want to get out of the house tomorrow. But anyway, what redeemed it was me doing my makeup with you guys, getting a post in with the makeup. So I'm going to make this video too because I'm sitting here watching TV, which is YouTube for me, and watching different things. And I was just watching a channel where um, it's an FBA channel, but they were discussing the things that immigrants, other melanoid immigrants in particular, have said about us, FBAs. Like, when you get here, don't associate with the FBAs. Move into a white neighborhood, deal with them. Don't deal with FBAs. Don't marry an FBA or anything like that. Which, not marrying us and not dating us, that's good. That part is good because I don't really want y'all in our lineage anyway. I know people are going to marry and date who they want to, but I certainly don't want y'all in my lineage, my direct uh, lineage. Meaning, I certainly don't want my son or daughter to come home with any of y'all. Uh, so that's that. So I'm just going to speak directly how I feel because that's what y'all have done. Okay. And like I've told y'all, I don't hate anybody, but y'all immigrants coming over here and the attitude that you've come over here with, the disrespect when it was us that made it possible for you to come over here in the first place, and then y'all come over here and be so disrespectful and have the nerve to call us dirty. I don't know who y'all know uh, as far as my people and who you have come into contact with that's actually dirty. My people are a very clean people. When we go to restaurants, we're looking like, say, Subways or sandwich shops or stuff like that. We are looking to see if people are putting their gloves on, if they're changing them out. My people are a very clean people. Okay. And then I heard another, because see, this isn't just TV, this isn't just internet. Y'all are out here saying this stuff. And even though I don't have any close friends that are immigrants or that are not my people, I have been around, had occasion to be, whether it was like in church or other type settings, where I have been around y'all, different types of immigrants. And I don't like the attitudes that you carry. So, and I'm just gonna speak plainly to you, because I can say what I want to say. I'm at home, all right? With the things that y'all are saying, and again, this isn't just internet stuff. I heard it on a podcast, but different ones of y'all are being interviewed and talking about my people. Number one, we're not dirty. We look cleaner than y'all do, a lot of you. Our features look better than your features. Whether we are beige light or almost literally black dark, and we're not all mixed. My DNA is still uh, at a nominal percentage of Neanderthal. And I'm mama and daddy Black American. Another thing that somebody was saying, an immigrant was saying that, yeah, I just can't deal with Black Americans. They don't have culture, and I'm not even gonna get on to that because I think y'all just be lying for practice. Okay. But somebody said, yeah, and our parents, our mom and dad told us, don't come home, don't date African Americans. Which I said that's good because we don't need to be mixing our go get it blood with y'all's fleeing blood. Okay, and then it was something else. Seemed like was it about the dating? Oh, no, 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 no. One girl said, yeah, because if I dated an African American, what they call a Black American, I would probably end up being a baby mama. Let me tell you something. Because y'all believe what the beast tells y'all. And I'm in book when I say the beast. And they tell lies. Yes, there is a set of people within the FBA community that function at a low vibrational state. There are segments of our community where there's fatherlessness, children not being taken care of, but that's not the majority of us. We are being targeted. We've been targeted since this country has become what it is. We've been targeted by the beast. They want to dispose of us because their dumbasses don't know if we don't exist, they can't exist. Because we have to be within it and without it for the thing to hold up. Get rid of us, that just clears the way for divine, as y'all call it, to wipe them off the map. But melanoid immigrants, y'all's dumbasses, and I'm not even trying to be nice, come over here believing what some liars tell you. And there is a segment of our community that does live in a basal way. But let me give you my experience. I have two children. I have a son and a daughter. They are in their 30s now. I was married for a little over a year before I conceived our first child, our son. Now I'm divorced now, okay? But I was married and had my husband's last name before I conceived his first child. It was my first child and his first child, okay? Keep up. And then 2 years and a couple of months after I gave birth to our son, I gave birth to our daughter. I didn't have children before I got married. I was married first. We dated for 4 years. I went to his people's house. Um, and because I went to school where he grew up in his home state, which is my mother's home state, I was more around his family than around my family. And in my culture that we do have, that ain't none of your damn business, one of the things we do when our children are dating, and I know we do this in the South. I don't know if we do it as much as we used to, but we would ask, like, say, if my son came home with a girl, and that was from the community, we would ask, okay, who are your people? We used to ask that, who are your people? And we had reasons for asking that. That's something we did even among each other. So we do have a culture, but it is difficult to tell if a people have a culture when the whole world is biting on it, when your culture is mainstream to the world. Okay. So as far as all this fatherlessness, like I said, I was married to my husband before I conceived and gave birth to our son and our daughter. I have two sisters. The same thing with them. They married their husbands and were married for a little bit before they conceived and had their children. So much for your lies. And I'm not an anomaly. I have cousins, first cousins, two I'm thinking of right now, who before they had children, they married the woman. And the youngest first cousin I'm thinking about, he had ended up having triplets. His wife gave birth to triplets, three boys, not in the streets, grew up with jobs, to grew up and getting jobs and going to school. The oldest cousin, male cousin that I'm thinking about, first cousin, he married his longtime girlfriend. They had two sons. Those two sons are married now and have children. They played high school football. They never got in trouble, even though they didn't live in the best neighborhood. Y'all immigrants are believing what some liars are telling y'all, and you want to believe the lies. I'm not an anomaly among my people, and neither are my cousins. Most of us are like what I just told you. And even if some of us did have our children before we got married, who are you to judge, Fleer? And who are you to judge, Beast? Y'all do the same thing, but everybody's eyes is on God. I don't hate anybody, but the way y'all have come over here acting and not handling your business, I'm not trying to get to know any of you. I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to get to know any of you. I have no intention on mistreating anybody. I have no intention on hurting anybody. But the way y'all have acted and behaved as a collective towards the collective of my people, I don't want to know any of you. Bye.